Hey guys, I want to tell you a story. This story starts out when I was 16 years old. I was a sophomore in high school. Me and my friends, we were at a summer practice wrestling, and wrestling at that time was everything to me. I wanted to wrestle in college. I wanted to be super successful in that sport. And we were at this particular, summer practice. We were practicing throws, and about halfway through practice, I get thrown, and bam, I hit the mat. And immediately I had this sharp, shooting, burning pain on my back and down both my legs. I instantly knew something was wrong. I tell my parents about it, and my mom says, wow, that's really bad. And she had, luckily that day, there was actually a chiropractor at her work that was talking about how to properly lift and not hurt your back, and describing symptoms if you were to hurt your back and what he could do for it. And she said, hey, this guy came to my work today, you should go check him out. He seemed really cool. So Monday morning, first thing, I call up and I get my first appointment. And I go in, and he begins to explain to me everything that's going on. I said, sure, let's do it. I didn't really care. I was in pain and I wanted to get out of pain. I could barely walk into the office. So this guy adjusts me, and immediately I just knew something was different. I said, wow, that was incredible. And my pain was decreased immensely. And over the course of the next few weeks, I went from not being able to walk to being able to run again and not have any pain at all. So fast forward about 7 years, I'm ending my undergrad and I'm trying to figure out, what I want to do. I knew I wanted to be a doctor. I knew I wanted to go into graduate school and really study more about the human body and figure out, my best way to help people. So as I began looking at different fields and what I wanted to do, chiropractic kept coming up in my mind. And so I said, okay, let's do that. So I go to chiropractic school. And I'm in my first year, I'm learning about, the physiology and the biology, the anatomy, the pathology, all these different things that all doctors learn when we first get into school. I began to understand that the body had an interesting way of functioning. And what I mean by that is that the body, there's always a reason why something happens. And when you can find out the cause, you can better treat what's going on. So I begin to, learn this, and it's at the end of my first year that I get married to my wife. And then I started learning about her health and her stories. And she told me that up to that point, she had never actually had a normal cycle in her entire life. And we were discussing this because there were some things going on. And I said, okay, well, that stuff's not normal. I'm learning that in school, that this isn't normal. So we need to address it now, because if we wait until later on in the future when we have kids, it could even be worse. So we go to the doctor. And the doctor, sure enough, says, hey, we got a lot of stuff going on here, and you probably won't be able to have kids. And that was kind of news. We didn't really expect that. So he said, hey, let's go to the specialist. He'll be able to deal with this better. And, we asked, okay, well, what will that do? Like, what are the options? And the options were, synthetic hormones, there were drugs, and there was surgery. And all of those options actually made having a kid even more unlikely. So we said, okay, that's not really what we want. So, we began asking the question, why is the body doing this? What is the cause? Because the body has a way of functioning and it's expressing symptoms. So she gets in my school clinic and starts getting adjusted. And that next month, for the first time in her entire life, has a perfect cycle. And then, go to the next month, 28 days on the dot. Again, the first time ever in her entire life. Third month, the same story. We were ecstatic. We thought, wow, this is really cool. All we changed was just adding chiropractic care. She was already eating well. She was already exercising, doing the right things. But there was one piece missing. That was the chiropractic adjustment. Fast forward to the fourth month, and she missed a period. And we thought, uh-oh, what's wrong? What are we doing wrong here? My body was doing good, what's going on? Turns out she was pregnant. We couldn't believe it, that we went from a few months ago being told that it's going to be extremely difficult. You've never had a normal cycle in your entire life. There's all these things going on with your body and all this outside-in approach to health. And all we did was focus from the inside out, and things got fixed. And now we have a beautiful 6.5-month baby boy. And, without chiropractic care, he wouldn't be here. And I think that's a true testament to the power of the human body and what it's capable of doing when you remove the interference from the brain to the body and the body to the brain. And the cool thing is this story isn't just for infertility. The story is actually for all kinds of health issues, because the body expresses symptoms differently in everybody. But it's because there's something going on that's keeping the body from expressing health. We didn't have these symptoms from a lack of surgery, from a lack of drugs. I didn't have back pain from a lack of pain pills or surgery. There was something wrong with my body. And we figured out the why, we figured out the cause, and now the body was able to function at 100%.